Hi everybody, welcome back to the News Now Nation channel and welcome to another episode of the News Now Nation show. Today we are talking to Seba and Azim and we're extremely excited for two reasons. And first I have to tell you the personal reason I'm very excited. When Dil Mil Gaye had come out, I was in 6th standard and it was one of the only Indian TV shows for teenagers. And I don't know if it was targeted to teenagers, maybe you'll speak a little bit more about that. But in 6th, 7th, and 8th standard, it was all the rage, and it was so exciting to watch. So to have somebody from that phase of my life come and talk to them is extremely exciting. So I'm having a very personal fangirl moment right now. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. We're really looking forward to this conversation.
It's my pleasure. It worked out somehow beautifully. I have an off today. I'm not shooting, so I thought, why not today? Let's do it. And when it comes to Dil Mein Gaye, of course, I have my similar memories because, to be honest, I was when I joined Dil Mein Gaye, I wasn't really acting, but I was modeling by then. And then I used to watch Dil Mein Gaye not regularly, but often, and I knew about Dil Mein Gaye myself. So I was a fan myself of Dil Mein Gaye. So I thought, wow. What a chance to start with. What a good chance to work with and start something new. So yeah.
So that was an interesting thing you spoke about, that you had to make a shift from modeling to acting, and it was, it's not something unheard of. There are obviously a lot of actors who were first models, but how was the switch for you, and what were the, I want to ask you, one, what is something that works in modeling that sort of helped you in your acting career, and what is one thing that sort of was a challenge to accept in the world of acting that you didn't have to face in the modeling space?
I would primarily call it a shift from modeling, acting to television, honestly, because I was saying no to television for a while, and but I thought, what a good way to start with television when it's a youth show and it's Dil Mil Gaye, which I know of and I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had done a short film before, another film before, and then I had done a film which didn't release. So I was waiting, I was in the process of figuring out life and everything, and then this Dil Mil Gaye came to me. I said, why not? It's a youth show, and something I think I can give, I can provide something to this show. I had seen all those stars before, and I thought, I don't know, maybe I'm not a cutout for these kind of shows.
Mm-hmm.
So Dil Mil Gaye came handy to me, and of course it taught me a lot, and it gave me a lot of things in life, and I think it's a legacy that continues, I suppose.
Brilliant. And I think you're so right, like compared to what the traditional idea of Indian serials is, a show like Dil Mil Gaye was a part of, it was almost like a cult favorite among young people. It's like the Dil Chahta Hai of television. So right. But just to, you also brought up an important point about how Indian serials are looked at generally, and the whole idea of ये तो सास बहू serial है, and a lot of it is often
the perspective we have.
Yeah, and a lot of it is often considered like a guilty pleasure also of a lot of people. Ki, I watched this show, and people don't really want to come out and say it. You have also acted in a lot of shows that I think, I don't know if I can qualify them as Saas Bahu shows, but they're very traditional Indian serials that, come on TV, and they have all those special effects that people, make fun of. So acting in those, how is it for you as an actor? What is the process like? How do you secretly also laugh at the jokes, or do you look beyond the way it's presented to, the larger story?
There is a bigger picture to it if you honestly think of it. I'll give you a small way to, I'll simplify it for you.
Uh-huh.
Television is another form of acting.
Mm-hmm.
Television we see in India is another form of acting. It is a little, it is on a higher scale. Like when you're standing on a stage, you have to be louder so that the audience can hear you. So that's a different way of acting. For movie, it's a different form of acting because you're on a bigger screen. So even an eyebrow, a twitching on an eyebrow, something will be visible, But on TV, it's a small screen, so you have to act differently to probably get an attention from the viewer, or probably it's free, of course, so people are busy with their stuff, take vegetable or something. So you need a sound for people to see what happened here.
Brilliant. So you're constantly fighting for attention. In fact, even from the little I know about acting in the film industry, and just creating content and creating media in general, even when you look at acting that is done in Broadways and musicals, including really famous and critically acclaimed musical, the acting is very, very, very loud because they have to.
It's very loud. Exactly. Just how mimicking is a form of acting, how miming is a form of acting. Just how even the louder expression, even overacting is a form of acting.
Absolutely.
It's a way of expressing yourself.
Yeah.
So TV is on a different note. It's different from a movie or from a normal show, which people would watch eventually because it comes once in a month, maybe because people are glued to it,
Really?
or probably on a web series because people have to watch it because it's not coming for free. You have logged in and you've come to a certain point to watch it. Right now, you will have it. And TV is little. So it works differently. That's what I've figured all my, over these years.
The closest competition is TV because I just ignoring everything else. I used to be somebody who used to watch a lot of TV. I used to, watch all these shows that used to come. But the minute I got a laptop and a Netflix subscription, all of that stopped because I got access to so much more content. So in a space where you're really vying for people's time and you have to sort of, I don't know if this is the right way to put it, you have to fight for people's time. Where exactly do you see TV come in, and where exactly do you see shows like the ones you're a part of come?
To be honest, I feel that nobody can take television away. Television, a lot of things have come and gone, but you cannot beat the television. Television is gonna be there, it's gonna survive. And the way it is, probably the content might get better. Probably television getting to the season way and not 500, 3,000 episode or maybe never-ending shows. It might not be like how Bold and Beautiful or operas used to be. Like it's going on and on. It might change in India also, but you cannot take television away. Television is television rules. Honestly, it does still. In India, it does still because not every home can have an internet and they can connect to web to find their shows, to log on to web or look for OTT platforms or figure out what they want to see. There's so much of content to figure out what they need to watch. Television is something which feeds you for free. It's there. You just have to turn it on channel. If you don't like the channel, switch it to another one. It's an easy access. Still, in India, not everyone has internet access, so it will survive for long, right? And still has a connect. Still has a connect to it. Also, it sometimes I somehow think it's like a mirror. What people want to see, it will show you that. Television is like, it's not really an idiot problem. It's exactly what you are, what you want to see. People want to see Bigg Boss, they will show you Bigg Boss. People see Saas Bahu, they will show you Saas Bahu. They want to see good content, eventually good content will come. That's how it's gonna be. It's like a mirror to you. What people want to see is what people are watching on television.
Correct. It's very consumer.
I think that's
Yeah, it is very consumer driven, and
it's very consumer. That's the right word for it.
It's a complete reflection of the people who want to see it. And also, obviously, I don't know how the television industry works, but from what I've seen in movies and how the television industry is represented in movies or in shows, I've always seen that, numbers are a very important part of the game, and people are constantly looking at TRPs and ye kitna ho raha hai, ye kitna ho raha hai, ye kitna ho raha hai. So I'm sure it's very, and one really interesting thing that I've noticed.
Just imagine a simple example of it. I'll give you a simple example of it. How movie actors, film actors, to promote their movies. What are they coming to television to promote their movies? If movies are bigger than television, because everybody watches television. They know this is a platform to promote themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want to ask you often. What you say makes so much sense about how television having its own space. It's not. I feel like it's a little silly to put it in compare it to films or compare it to OTT platforms or to compare it to anything else for that matter, because it occupies a space of its own. It occupies a zone of its own. But oftentimes in the media especially, television is often considered to be a stepping stone to films. Many actors consider it to be a stepping stone to films. At least when we watch, a couple of films and all, and we hear people saying that I'm doing TV for now, and I eventually want to do films. So, is that something that's on the cards for you? Do you also think that that's a logical aspiration to have, or is it just completely different?
Honestly, I am open to all kind of content, and I recently did a short film which is on OTT platform. Two short films actually. Then I've been doing stuff on and off, but because right now I have a commitment with my show, so I
Yeah.
cannot let go of this, and I don't want to do two things at the same time, be two both at the same time, because it might affect my performance on this show. I've been getting calls from a lot of OTT platforms to do something, but right now this is my commitment. As an actor, I want to pursue this with my producer and take the show ahead till the time it's there, and then probably pick something different. It could be television again, it could be anything, it could be a web show, it could be a film. I'm open to it, but that doesn't mean I love television. I like it. I like this space. Yeah. It's like getting up every day, going to the shoot and facing the camera every day. My idea of acting is facing the camera and acting something out. Film doesn't give me that. I might be shooting for 2 months, I'll be free. Television gives me that. It makes my dream come true of acting every day or doing something every day. I have a different, screenplay altogether every day. I'm a different. Within 2-3 months, the character changes. I'm living a character. The best part of acting is you get to live so many characters. And right now I'm living Malhar Rani, so I'm liking it, and in a good way, I'm happy with it. Till the time I'm okay with it, I'll keep doing it. Then I'll shift when the show is over. Actually, that's how easy it's flowing for me. That's how.
Yeah, I think over structuring doesn't make sense half the time anyway. So it's great that whatever comes your way, and I'm sure brilliant things are coming your way. And I think this was a great conversation. I mean, if I had any acting talent, I would get motivated to start acting after hearing you talk, because you're really so passionate about what you do.
That's how it should be. If you feel like acting, just go ahead, start giving auditions, go act something, make something out. Everybody has a camera now. Everybody has a phone now. People have started doing stuff.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. People are coming up so brilliantly. Talent is being noticed so nicely right now. Instagram is there. YouTube is there. It's a beautiful platform. Everybody who wants to perform can just perform now. Just put it up there, and people like it. Eventually, you will get attention. That's how it's supposed to be. I think everybody who likes it should do it. It's the passion. Whatever the passion is, do it. That's how it should be.
Brilliant. I think what you said was so right, that because everybody has cameras nowadays, everybody can be camera facing. You said it was your dream to become camera facing, and today everybody can become camera facing a lot easier because everybody has a camera in their pocket. So I think a lot of young actors, aspiring people who want to enter the space of content and media and television will really be inspired by what you said. Alright, this was such a fun conversation. Thank you so much. We had such a great time talking to you. Guys, if you all like this conversation, if you like this video, please make sure to hit like. Also, please comment on this video and ask any other questions you might have for him. And we have some more really exciting interviews coming up, so stay tuned to watch.